How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 10, Episode 17 of The Walking Dead. This episode is titled Home Sweet Home. Now, technically, is this considered the mid-season premiere? I don't know what you'd consider this. Like, it's the third half, from the third half of Season 10 right now, because we got 6 extra episodes. One of these episodes is probably going to be a pretty big one. Here's Negan. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I don't know what to expect from the other 5 episodes. I'm expecting very character-driven episodes, which is perfectly fine. I'm glad we're getting that before we go into the next big storyline. Because don't forget, these episodes wouldn't exist if it wasn't for, COVID. Which I don't know if you consider a good or bad thing. I guess you could consider it good, because at least you get a Here's Negan out of it. Because I'm wondering if we were ever going to get that without these episodes, So last episode, last episode, last half, we dealt with the Whisperers. The Whisperers are dead. They're over. Beta got taken out a bit quick, but we won't talk about that. And the finale did feel a bit rushed. I have my opinion on that. Some people feel the same way. Some people really enjoyed the episode, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I don't think it felt like a climactic end to the Whisperer War. And it really sucks because I just went back and watched some of the earlier videos of Season 10 for me. And I said, like, oh, this war's going to be great. There wasn't much for a war, to be honest. There was one battle. And that lasted, 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Something like that. And they hyped it up too. You can't believe they hyped up the finale too. They said, like, oh, this is going to be an epic battle. And I'm like, So Maggie's back. I'm interested to see how her and Negan combine. We're going to see Hershel. We're going to find out who the guy in the mask is. This episode's probably going to focus on Maggie, which is fine. We've not seen her in a while, and she didn't really do much last episode other than save Gabriel, which I'm still iffy on whether or not he should have died or not, because it's like it would have made his death. It would have made his full circle up as a character arc. It would have been perfect, but they kept him alive, so it kind of ruined it. But yeah, let's get right into the episode. Oh, wait, that's a Whisperer. Wait, is that the Whisperer who turned back in early Season 10?
Mom's looking at the very same stars as us.
Well, she's not. It's day. Oh. Imagine she shoots.
Hey, Maggie.
You see, he's got a little smirk on there. He knows what he's doing. He's still an arsehole. He's still the same. I see a lot of people say Negan's... What the fuck? Isn't this from the trailer? Doesn't he wink at someone? I think he winks at Judith. We're back! Wait, have they changed credits at all? I doubt it. No, I don't think so. I think it's still the same. I don't see why they'd change it. It's still Season 10. There's Rick! He's back! Oh, he's gone again. You gotta stick to it, man. I gotta be consistent with it. I doubt there'd be Whisperers in there now, would they? Maybe they will. Oh, there is. There's still Whisperers there. Ooh! A logo. Ooh. Oh, that's not Eduardo.
Okay?
I thought it was Eduardo.
Thought I'd take him to Hilltop.
Oh, Hilltop's gone. Oh, we get to see Hilltop. Oof. Oof. Rebuild.
You let him out?
I've heard this dialogue before in the behind the scenes. It was a little iffy. He still kind of is iffy.
Negan's the reason we didn't.
It wouldn't have mattered if Negan was with them or not. They still would have probably burned up Hilltop.
Still figuring things out.
See, I think that Daryl and Negan have kind of connected a little bit. Not much, but slightly. Because they took out Beta together, and then they kind of bonded in episode 14. He still grunts, come on. Hang on, they are filming with different cameras, aren't they? They're digital. It's digital, I can tell. There's no grain. There's no film grain. No, it's definitely bad. I can tell. It's a bit weird how we didn't even see Cole last episode. Right? We saw Elijah last episode. Wait, is this... I don't know. Let's say, is this the clearing where Glenn and Abe died? Oh, was that a whisper? There has to be some Whisperers left, right? There has to be. There's no way all of them died. Wait. What, did she get caught? Did she get... No. She didn't get scratched, did she? She caught herself on the container. Yeah, there it is. Oh, he just got glenned. Is some of bad happens at Alexandria too? Because didn't like the Whispers invade there too? I don't know if they like burnt it or anything.
Not long after the place fell, we ran. And I haven't seen her since.
Wonder if they'll bring her back next season.
I almost came home after Knoxville. Maybe I should have.
No, you weren't. You weren't ready to come back. You had to come back in the finale. Now she's brought up Glenn. She's gonna talk about Negan. Ew, Daryl.
I guess how his daddy died.
See that guilt there, the Daryl.
Oh, Carol did.
She felt she had to.
The dialogue is that I've heard in that video is kind of all over the place. Like they took bits and pieces from different parts of the episode. That's why it didn't connect too well in that video. It's like that dialogue doesn't work. Yeah, that soundtrack. It sounds like it's about to play like "The Day Will Come When You Won't Be" soundtrack. But it's like dun 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 dun. They better use that soundtrack again. It was really good. Oh yeah, I can instantly tell this is bad cameras.
Time to go.
Like everything just pops out a little bit more. Oh, we saw his eyes. What is she doing? I get it, she's looking for Connie, but I like it. This kind of reminds me of earlier seasons slightly. Wait, is that her bag? Or her coat? Fucking show off. Is he not going to take off his mask? I want to see his face. I think I've seen the actor's face, but not.
Tell your sister. No, she should. Dad used to say, we can't heal till it's there.
I love how they're talking more about Connie, but when Beth went missing, no one gave a shit. Why did they go so far away? I guess they knew, like... But they only took 3 people.
Who's there? I found us.
Who's them? We're already getting new villains again? Probably not very long-lived villains.
It's the Reapers.
That's a new group. These are new people, like new villains. I don't think they were in the comics.
Any more kids in your group?
That's him.
Okay, so Hershel's the only kid in the group. How many in the group are they, though? Is it like 20? Who are the Reapers? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're probably going to be dead by the end of this episode. Because they weren't a thing in the comics, so you know they're going to be dead instantly. Actually, no. Isn't Robert Patrick... I think Robert Patrick's character is a Reaper. Because isn't that episode called The Last One? What was that about? No one just does that. No one just turns around and looks like... I mean, I don't even know if he was looking menacingly. Hey. There he is. Oh. It was just... Calm down, Bear McCribby. He was just... twigs. He's still not had dialogue yet. He's had breathing, but that's... I mean, is that what they wrote in the script? Elijah breathes heavily. I didn't like how they took off the mask there. It was a bit like... They hide his face for 2 episodes and then it's just boom, like, oh, you know, 1 episode, I guess, but... That's probably Maggie's people.
Sorry.
Do you mean sorry? She's going to charge you with a spear? Good thing you didn't fully slit her throat. These characters are throwaway. They're just there to die. Guarantee it. Told you. Okay. Why did they just stand there? Dude, react a little bit faster. Yeah, like that. Seems like it's just one. If there was multiple, there'd be more shooting. Yo, that music. Oh, I stopped. Cut that in. Oh, no, I didn't. There's a lot. Told you, throwaway characters. That's what I'm saying. They're all dying. They're trying to flush us out. I think it's just one person. Of course, she goes helping her. Nice digital blood there. Nice. They both dead? Or is one of them still alive? She got shot in the chest. She... Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. I mean, you're not taking out these 2. Oh, they're both dead. Told you.
I'll go around and flank him.
How'd you not say he? You're assuming genders, Maggie. What kind of fucking rifle is that? I thought it was a... like an actual like hunting rifle type of thing. Oh, this is from the trailer. Isn't there like a huge explosion that happens? That's not Robert Patrick. He's got blue eyes. No, he hasn't. Maybe I'm wrong. What the fuck? I think the music gets a little bit too... What is it? He's a machine! See, this is what the beta fight should have been. Why did he let her get out?
Pope walk, Jake.
What? Oh shit, he's got a bomb.
Get down!
That was the explosion. Jesus. They didn't really do too much to escape that. They should have run a little bit, but whatever. What did he say? I missed what he said. The fuck was the point of that? So we know there's other villains out there, and if the Reapers. Don't whistle, because it... Oh.
Hey, Mom.
There he is. Hershel Jr.
Nothing follows us back to Alexandria.
Take the long way back. Cover our tracks.
If there was someone else out there, they would have attacked you right now. That would be the best time to do it. This is going to be a bit weird, because doesn't Negan, like, appreciate kids like he likes kids? So I wonder how that's going to be with Hershel. It can be built. It's just a couple of walls that are down. Wait, did they burn the windmill? Is that the... Oh, there he is.
It's home, sweet home.
He said the episode title! Silence the whisperers into screams? Whispers into screams, that's what it said. I'm curious why they showed Negan there. Is that it? Got that. Honestly, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Did kind of feel like a premiere. But it's mainly just like, you know, okay, where's Maggie been? What's she been doing? You know, who are these new people? Seeing Hershel. I don't know who that camouflage guy was. I don't know why they did that. It was just a guy that was out there in the woods killing people for some random reason. Also, let me check what he said. Because he said something before he, you know, suicided. Pope marked you. What does that mean? Who are the Reapers? I feel like these are the kind of villains that just get thrown in for the sake of it, you know? Because you need a little bit of, you know, antagonists for like 6 episodes. So we'll see what they do there. But yeah, I think the episode was pretty good. It wasn't like mind blowing or anything, but it was a good episode, and it does give me hope for the other 5 episodes, specifically the Here's Negan one, because I'm looking forward to that the most. I have heard there's one episode in the season that's a little in this third half that's a little bit shite, where not much really happens. So we'll see, unless they're just doing that to keep you underwhelmed. But yeah, that was good. I mean, it wasn't necessarily like a big episode. It wasn't really like there's not much going on in it. It was more character driven, definitely, which I like. I do like character driven episodes. It just, I don't know, the part where they just started throwing in random faces and then they just got killed off. That's how predictable the show's becoming now. You know, okay, which characters are going to die or not. Like, you're not going to see Daryl die. We know Daryl's not going to die because they fucking announced a spin-off like 3 years beforehand. Yeah, this is. I mean, I love Angela Kang. I love what she's done for the show and stuff, but the problem with, once she took over, they started announcing things way too early. Like, Andrew Lincoln's final episode, they shouldn't have even addressed it at all. They shouldn't have even addressed it. Like, Andrew Lincoln should have said, you'll have to see, you know? They shouldn't have even addressed it was his final episode, just to keep people surprised, right? But then when you hype it up, like Rick's final episode, it's ridiculous. I'm just not a fan of, like, them announcing things so early on, you know? Like, I'm cool with them announcing another season of the show, but when they announce, like, a Carol and Daryl spin-off set after season 11, I mean, it's not going to be set before, is it? But yeah, this episode definitely gives me faith in the next coming episodes. Elijah, I think he's going to be a pretty cool character. You know, I do wonder if a little bit of his character's influence from Mercer or someone. I'm trying to think, like, who he'd be influenced off. Because now that we've got like 3 people now in this past season, technically, because we're still in season 10 with 2 Blades. Technically 4, because we've got Daryl too. You got Daryl, Beta, Cole, and Elijah. And at first I thought Cole was Eduardo in the trailer because he has a similar hairstyle, but it isn't. Which is weird. Like, where's Eduardo? I guess they've kind of said that he's still a part of Hilltop, but they could get away with him dying off screen in the Hilltop attack. it was kind of cool seeing that, you know? Seeing that, the aftermath of the hilltop battle. Like a proper aftermath, you know, seeing the damage that was done. But yeah, I think what they're going to do, they're going to rebuild Alexandria, and then eventually they're going to rebuild Hilltop with probably the help of Commonwealth. You know, the grenade part, though, didn't make any sense. Like, you'd probably have to get a few meters away for it to actually not affect you. You don't just do this and you're shielded from the blast. That's not how a grenade works. But, you know, the suspension of disbelief. Still, though, I mean, if this was earlier seasons, whoever would have been near that would have been dead. You know, it was gruesome, though. It was kind of pretty gruesome, like how the grenade blew him fully up. I don't know if a grenade would necessarily do that, though. But it was attached to him, so maybe. Yeah, some of that episode was pretty intense. I kind of liked, you know, the music, Ben McCreary going ham again. Only problem is, that I find with the episode, the Negan stuff. Like, why did they hype up that Maggie versus Negan thing? And he was in it for like, what, maybe not even a minute altogether? Right? That stare down between... Also, where's that shot where Negan winked at Judith? He winked in the trailer. He did a little wink. At first I thought it was to Lucille, but he looked... Like, we know what he looks like in the flashback. He looks much younger. Right? I don't know. It was a bit weird how they kind of hyped that up and then nothing really came of it. We'll see, though. We'll see. We got Hershel. We got to see Hershel for a little bit, which was great. Hershel Jr., I guess. He's got Glenn's hat, I think. Isn't that Glenn? I thought Glenn's hat was a little bit more red at the top, wasn't it? Like, if we're thinking his season 1 hat, he might have lost that, though. But yeah, like I said in the reaction, there's some of the scenes we saw in, like, a preview that were kind of... They were reading like the script for the episode, and the way the dialogue was a bit disjointed. But the reason why it was disjointed, because it didn't like smoothly transition into them saying that. It just felt off. And the reason why is because none of that was really connected in the same scene. It was different scenes, just, you know. I'm curious if Robert Patrick's character is a Reaper. I don't know how I feel about that camouflage guy. That's weird. It just felt out of place for some reason. He was just killing people for, like, why? See, the villains like that, it's cool to get, like, an antagonist for, like, an episode, but I called it. They're not going to be around for long. Whoever's doing this isn't going to be around for long. That's what I mean about the show being a bit predictable when it comes to, like, who they're gonna kill off. But yeah, interested to see, like, more of Elijah and Cole. We probably won't see them till next season. Like, we'll see them, but we won't see like more of them until next season anyway. Negan, I'm very interested to see what they do with him. I think Maggie might be done until like the finale, because when I'm thinking of it, I don't think she was any other script reading other than the finale, and it would make sense she'd be a part of the finale because it is a Negan-driven episode. So I think each episode is going to be dedicated to a certain character. This episode was Maggie. Next episode, I think, might be Daryl, because is next episode the one where Daryl like is on the search for Rick, which I can't wait to see that, because we're probably going to see how he gets that scar. Maybe we could see him find Dog. A lot of people were worried about that when season 9 first came out. Is there going to be a bottle episode where we see him find Dog? I mean, there's no better time to do it. I don't know why they are doing these episodes like this. They could just go straight into season 11 for 6 episodes, but it is what it is. Because I think season 11, because they've started filming season 11 now, which is a bit different for their schedule, so I'm curious if season 11 is going to start a little bit earlier. Like, is it going to start in August? Because Fear's going to probably be done, if it's starting in April, it's probably going to be done in maybe, it takes about 3 months to get through 8 episodes, doesn't it? Maybe 2 months. So, it'll probably be around like June-ish. July maybe, so Walking Dead could come back on in August or September, which will be great for its 3 halves. Solid episode, good to be back for 5 more. However, I do have to wait like 2 weeks for the next episode because, you know, for some reason they decided to release this episode early. But there's not many spoilers for this episode. If they released Here's Negan early, then I'd be a bit like, what are you doing? Because that's probably going to be a very huge episode for Negan as a character. Episode 19, I don't know who that's going to focus on. I think that might be the Gabriel and Aaron one. I'm looking forward to that one though. That one looks pretty cool. with Robert Patrick. Episode 20, I think, is a Commonwealth one, and episode 21, I don't. That might be focused on Carol, I think, and I've heard that one might be the weakest episode of the whole third half, and then the finale is Negan based, which I can't fucking wait for that flashback, man. Can't wait for that because we've seen more screenshots of it. I know it's kind of spoilery, but we've seen more screenshots of that episode, so it's not just based off that script. In that script, it's like we finally see Lucille, and it's like in the apocalypse. And I was hoping to see them before the apocalypse, to see some of that story before the apocalypse, and it looks like we're going to be getting that. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Bit of a short review, but there's not much to really go on in this episode. That Here's Negan one, I'm waiting for that one. But yeah, solid episode. Good to be back. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ta-ta and farewell.